Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dreams of Wind Project. I'm your hostess, Catherine Schaefer, and today we'll be going over an excerpt from the latest one of my books, Syryn's Quest. Let us begin, shall we? The next day was a Sunday. The chores continued on until the evening hours, when people started returning to their homes. It was then that Nerissa herded the girls downstairs and onto a gray bus. The bus drove to the northwestern corner of the city and into a park area where strange pink and white flowers hung from the trees. As each girl got off the bus, Nerissa forced them to wear tags with red sensors. "I don't know if one of you brats tries to escape the park," Nerissa stated flatly. "I've taken you all here to play, because kids are supposed to get exercise and play according to the experts. If you try to leave the park, your tags will emit a deafening sound, and you'll serve time in the spiker if I catch you. And trust me, it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, go run around or something. We'll only be here for half an hour. Understood? Now go!" The girls squealed and scattered while Nerissa took a cigarette out of her pocket and lit it up, leaning against the bus. Meanwhile, Syryn and Isabella walked under the trees. "The air here is very clear and fresh," Isabella noted. "Better than the air at the orphanage, which is like a mix of cleaning supplies and the scent of cigarettes." "Oh, absolutely so, Isabella," Syryn nodded. "The air, the wind, is a magical force that should not be contaminated by cigarette stains or chemical touches. By the way, how are you faring?" Isabella looked at her arms where several red dots were noticeable. "The time in the spiker was painful," Isabella answered, "but at least nothing went straight through my arms this time. I'm getting really big for the spiker, though. Getting stuffed in it anymore will be dangerous. It would be extremely dangerous for you, though, because you are the oldest girl at the orphanage, older than me by 4 months, but also because you are as tall as you are." "I'm just 4'9", Syryn mumbled. "Yes, but the spiker is built for 4'7" and smaller. I'm 4'8". My arms tell my story for me. You would be in awful condition if you were forced into the spiker." "I guess you're right." Suddenly, a sound emitted from somewhere deeper beyond the trees. "Did you hear that?" Isabella asked. "It sounded like someone had taken a rock, climbed to the top of a tree, and thrown the rock as hard as they could into a body of water down below," Syryn answered. Syryn headed towards the sound and Isabella followed. Eventually, they came to a small pond surrounded by the flowering trees. In the pond's center, 4 lights shot up, one red, one yellow, one green, and one blue. Finally, an object flew out of the water, into the air, and down to the ground, right in front of Syryn. "Get out of the way!" Syryn tackled Isabella to the ground. The object barely missed the girls. Syryn got up and slowly approached the object. "Oh, flipping way!" Syryn picked up the object in her hands. As she did so, her dull red hair turned a bright orange with a pink hue, and her plain violet eyes turned a shocking neon lavender. "What is it?" Isabella asked. Syryn showed Isabella. "No way! That can't be!" Isabella breathed. "The crystal compass," Syryn finished for her. Indeed, the legitimate crystal compass rested in Syryn's hands. "Yeah, you should totally go," Isabella insisted. "All of us girls knew you were not just a storyteller. You have adventurer's blood in you, Syryn." "Are you sure I should go? What about the other girls? They need hope." Syryn looked concerned. "I'll take care of that. I already teach them English, math, science, and social studies. Plus, I teach them about music. I can compress stories into the English section of their studies, which, of course, do all of this in secrecy since Mr. Rissa Immople thinks education is useless for orphans. Isabella, I'm counting on you, my dear best friend." "Count on me, Syryn. You have nothing to fear. Take this opportunity to travel, go on many adventures, and defeat any evil that dares cross your path. May you bring back stories so inspiring that we all may develop the courage to overthrow Miss Nerissa the Overseer and claim the orphanage building as our magic kingdom, with you as the adventurer queen." "And you as the teacher queen by my side," Syryn smiled. "I will take this opportunity then, Isabella. The wheel of the future has finally started moving." Isabella took a step back. Syryn walked towards the water with the compass in hand. Take me to the land of the samurai first, dear crystal compass, Syryn mumbled quietly. I must take the skill of swordsman in order to properly survive this journey. As Syryn's feet hit the water, it almost looked like she was walking on water. Isabella looked closer, though, and saw that Syryn was turning translucent, and not a single water drop hit her. Within seconds, Syryn was gone, and her tag fell into the pond. I shall not fail you, Syryn, Isabella made motions across her chest. Cross my heart and hope to die. Isabella ran around the park and spread the news amongst the girls. Please, we absolutely must keep this a secret from Miss Nerissa, Isabella urged them. Make up any story you want. We must protect Syryn. She's our only hope. Isabella kept running. Eventually, a whistle was blown and the girls flocked back to the gray bus. Nerissa counted them. Where is Syryn? She barked. Gone, Miss Nerissa. She was spirited away by ghosts. Believe me, for like Syryn, I do not spin lies, Isabella spoke. And that was an excerpt from Syryn's Quest. If you're interested in the rest of the story, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can purchase the book on Amazon.com. Thank you, and have a good day.